Tonight, we're getting a look at the response from the city of West Richland months after the police union held a vote of no confidence against the chief. And the mayor says the chief has his full support.
Wind, rain, and snow. Oh my, lots to break down in your first alert weather forecast.
All right, Stacey, also ahead, the Ironman 70.3 race is coming to the Tri-Cities for the first time ever this year. And tonight, we're talking about how you can get involved.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner.
And I'm Austin Reed. The month of April is all about protecting children. It's National Child Abuse Prevention Month.
Yeah, and Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma went out to talk with SARC about some of the warning signs that adults need to be aware of.
This morning, I spoke with Jody Gerritsen, who is the executive director of SARC. SARC stands for Support and Advocacy Resource Center. She says that these are some telling signs if a child is being abused.
Some things to look for could be a child who is isolating, that doesn't normally behave that way. Maybe a child that isn't performing as well in school or is sleeping more or less than normal. Maybe changes in eating behaviors. Of course, if you see bruising, something of that nature.
Gerritsen says these are some major red flags that people should be aware of.
Red flag could be if a child is not comfortable going and seeing someone that they used to, maybe it's a family friend or a family member, and they seem a little bit afraid. Children who are withdrawn, anything that's really kind of out of the ordinary with behavioral issues is really something that should be addressed with the child.
Gerritsen says it's vital that if you are aware or think a child has been abused, you need to speak up.
It's really important if you're concerned about a child, depending on your relationship with that child and how comfortable you are, you can certainly ask if everything is okay with the child, if there's something that they would like to share. Try to help them understand that you're there as a support person, you'll believe them, and they're not in trouble. If you're not very close and with a child, but other people that are, you might be able to talk to them on the child's behalf. And if you're just really not sure what to do, you can always call places like here at SARC.
Gerritsen tells me that the number of cases SARC of Tri-Cities serves a year may surprise some.
We serve approximately 200 kids each year who are under the age of 12 and approximately 100 kids who are in the teenage years. And what's important to keep in mind is that those are children whose families or themselves have reached out for help, but there's so many others that have not been connected to a resource. That's just a small percentage, and that's 300 kids that we see, so it's quite a large problem.
For all of April, SARC will be hosting different events in honor of spreading awareness, one being the Clothesline Project, where they have t-shirts that have been designed by survivors as a way to voice the impact the abuse has had on them. And those are in local Mid-Columbia libraries. And there's also an event on April 25th at Amistad Elementary in Kennewick from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. to provide education and prevention information for parents and children. Gerritsen also says that if you or someone you know is a survivor of abuse, SARC provides trained staffs and volunteers and counseling programs for free. They can also help connect families and children to other resources to make sure everyone gets the help they need. We have contact information on our website. In studio, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now.
All right, Monique, thank you for that. Other news tonight, the mayor of West Richland says he fully supports the police chief despite a no-confidence vote by the West Richland Police Union last fall.
Yeah, so the city says there was no evidence that the chief had broken any rules leading up to that no-confidence vote. So they said there was no reason to hold an investigation, but the mayor did order a climate survey to see how things were going within the police department. The city released the results of that survey today. It concluded that a difference in communication styles could be a problem between the police chief and the officers. The city says officials are now working with the police department to make some improvements on that front.
All right, time to talk about our weather, and we've got some active conditions.
Yeah, it's looking a lot more like February out there, Stacey, than April.
It's feeling like February, Alyssa. All right, we've got a winter storm warning to talk about, of course, the Blue Mountains, and we've been tracking snow there all today. We're expecting anywhere from 10 to 18 inches through Saturday morning, and just be aware, travel through that I-84 corridor could be impacted over the next couple of days. In fact, let's zoom in with our first alert radar. There's that light snow and even mixed precip, most of it southeast of Pendleton. But definitely seeing that. Outside, you're going to see cloudy skies. It is kind of chilly out there, 48 degrees, but it feels like 46. Our winds are light at 5 miles per hour. Sunset tonight at 7:30. Look for those scattered showers on and off tonight. Going to be another wet day tomorrow. Heavy mountain snow in the Blues through Saturday. Breezy winds Friday and Saturday in our region, especially in the Columbia River Gorge and the Hermiston area. And then get ready. That sunshine comes back for the weekend. I'll get to all the details and just how much rain we're expecting coming up in your first alert full weather forecast. Austin, Alyssa.
Thanks, Stacy. 9 llamas were rescued from a property in East Yakima after a Yakima County animal control officer found that they had been severely neglected. The owner did surrender those animals, but Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell tells us they have a long road ahead of them.
It was a graveyard. It even smelled. There were piles of fleece where a llama had just been killed.
She says one pregnant llama was injured in a dog attack that killed her baby, and her injuries were left untreated.
And there were over 15 wounds, dog bite wounds, that has been torn or punctured.
Another llama, also pregnant, now suffering from foot rot.
Probably one of the most painful things for an animal, because you can't walk and you have to walk, and every time you walk it hurts more.
9 llamas in total, many of them malnourished, rescued from East Valley by the Yakima County Sheriff's Office Animal Control, Pasado Safe Haven, and Olympic Peninsula Alpaca Rescue after their owner agreed to surrender them.
I know everybody wants us to file charges against everybody that does an animal harm. I have to use my own good judgment on whether that's an appropriate direction to take.
She says in this case, the owner was an elderly man with mobility issues.
I don't feel that he had the intentions of starving them, of not caring for them properly. He was just incapable of doing so in the situation that he was currently in.
Now, those llamas getting the care they need at the Olympic Peninsula Alpaca Rescue. They say adoption could be an option. But some of the llamas may never be well enough to leave. In the meantime, Smith says they need help to cover the cost of care, asking individuals to sponsor a llama at $80 per month for a minimum of a year.
That doesn't cover their medical. The rescue still picks up the medical, but the sponsorship covers their monthly bills.
For the medical costs, the organization has set up a GoFundMe with a breakdown of how much they need for each procedure. In East Valley, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
We have more information about that rescue and how you can help over on our website.
Well, Alaska Airlines says Boeing has paid $160 million in initial compensation for the 737 MAX 9 that lost a door panel mid-flight back in January. And they say it's just the beginning. Alaska says the first payment is to cover the money they lost in relation to the incident, including getting all of their MAX 9 planes ready to go again after they were grounded for almost a month. Alaska says they expect additional compensation from Boeing, but the details of that are confidential. In more local news tonight, the Ironman 70.3 race is coming to the Tri-Cities for the first time ever this September. But tonight, Visit Tri-Cities says they are in need of volunteers. The event takes place on September 22nd. Organizers say volunteering offers a chance to be a part of something unique, whether it's assisting in the med tents, hydrating athletes at water stations, or contributing in any other capacity. There is a role suited for everybody. We did speak with the president and CEO of Visit Tri-Cities, who says our region is the perfect host for this kind of event, and they have been trying to lure the Ironman organization to come here for a few years.
Because I had looked around and saw the features that we have here, the Columbia River, Columbia Point Marina. Those venues just work out as such a great place for an event like this. And so talked to some of the contacts and brought them back out, and we got the ball rolling, and next thing you know, things came together actually rather quickly, more quickly than even I had anticipated.
Volunteers will have the flexibility to choose where and when they'd like to lend a hand along the course. For more details about the race and to sign up, just head to our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com. Melissa.
Now, 20 middle school students from Kittitas County will show off their civics knowledge this weekend in a regional competition for the National Civics Bee. That event is being hosted by the Kittitas County Chamber of Commerce, the Association of Washington Business Institute, and the U.S. Chamber of Commerce Foundation. 58 students from Easton School District and Ellensburg Christian School submitted essays last fall about a problem in their communities. The top 20 will be participating in the live quiz on Saturday at the Ellensburg Public Library.
The goal is to be able to have a better understanding about what it is that's going on in a local community and engage young people in identifying problems and coming up with solutions to help solve it.
Now, that event will be from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. again at the Ellensburg Library. It is open to the public if you'd like to cheer them on. The top 3 winners will move on to compete in the state finals in June. Now, if you're headed for the mountains, you will want to be prepared for potentially some very challenging conditions.
Stacey Lee is tracking a winter weather watch. That's coming up in her First Alert weather forecast.
And we're breaking down a surprising trend in NCAA basketball tickets. Many people attribute that change to one player. That's next on Apple Valley News Now at 6.
Dr. Bailey, shall we begin?
Arizona returns.
A few months ago, I started a clinical trial. We operate on the baby's brain before delivery. So who wants to make history?
An all-new Grey's Anatomy, tonight on ABC.
When it comes to remodeling your bath, there's fact and there's fiction. Fiction, it's too expensive to remodel your bath. Fact, with Bathfitter's hundreds of design options, you'll get the bath you want to fit your budget. Fiction, bath remodels take forever and tear the house apart. Fact, Bathfitter installation takes just 1 day to fit your schedule. Get the bath that fits you. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
People are switching to Spectrum Internet. Let's see why.
We count on Spectrum Internet and the advanced Wi-Fi to always keep us connected and protected.
It's so reliable and fast.
Get Spectrum Internet with 99.9% reliability for $49.99 a month with free advanced Wi-Fi, free modem, and free security suite for 12 months with no added taxes or fees and no contracts. Save even more with our new 2-year price guarantee when you level up to 1 gig. Call 1-833-548-4999 or scan to call.
Ever since we switched to Spectrum Internet, our daughter's curiosity has a new spark.
Now we're saving a ton.
Since Spectrum Internet is fast and reliable, we don't worry about interruptions.
Amazing!
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month with free advanced Wi-Fi. Save even more with our new 2-year price guarantee when you level up to 1 gig. Call 1-833-548-4999.
Call now.
The road can be a crazy place. Uh-oh! That's why Les Schwab Tires fixes brakes, steering, and more. And those guys don't. Keep driving. I'm just glad Les Schwab puts my safety first, so I can backseat drive with confidence.
Right now, during our spring tire sale, save up to $80 on select sets of 4 tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Race towards big wins at Wild Horse Resort and Casino during the $125,000 Derby Dash for cash and prizes. The track comes alive with over $13,000 in cash and prizes every Friday and Saturday. Pick your lucky horse, jockey your way to victory, and ride away with up to $700 cash. Then join us Saturday, April 27 for a $15,000 grand prize. 3 winners will race towards the finish line, and the winner takes home $10,000 cash. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. More winners, more often.
You heard a screech outside at night, but you can't see what it is because there's not enough light. You need the Bionic Floodlight from Bell & Howell, the solar-powered motion-activated multi-directional floodlight, the versatile wireless, safety, security, and outdoor lifestyle light you'll love. And right now, it's yours for just $29.99, and the shipping is free. Order now, and we'll send a second Bionic Floodlight. Just pay a separate fee. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-248-8281 or order online at bionicfloodlight.com.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
Well, Welcome back, everybody. Police in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho continue to investigate reports of a racist incident against the University of Utah women's basketball team when they were preparing to play in Spokane during the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, so because of limited hotel space in Spokane, the team had stayed across the state line in Coeur d'Alene. They say someone directed racist language at team members who were headed to dinner one night, then came back with even more people and more racist behavior as the team headed back to their hotel. Now, all of this happened on March 21st. Now, Coeur d'Alene police say they have at least one audio recording where you can clearly hear someone using a racial slur. They say they've collected a total of about 35 hours of video, but not all of those videos have audio with them. The Coeur d'Alene police chief says anybody arrested in connection with the incident could potentially face charges under 2 Idaho state laws, but he has said he's also working with the FBI. That could mean federal charges are on the table if this turns out to meet the standard of being considered a hate crime. Now, that happened very early in the tournament, of course, back in March. Now we're all the way down to the Final Four. The excitement is on.
It sure is. Just 4 teams are left standing after the Elite 8 round this past weekend. 2 top seeds, Purdue and UConn, will head to the tournament, and that'll be at the semifinals this Saturday, April 6th. The Huskies beat Illinois 77-52 to continue their national title. Purdue beat Tennessee 72-66 to guarantee a Final Four appearance for the first time in almost 50 years, 44 to be exact. North Carolina State beat Duke. Matching up against the Huskies will be Alabama, who won 89-82 over Clemson. Both games will be played in Glendale, Arizona, with the winners advancing to the national championship game on Monday, April the 8th.
Now, that is the men's tournament, but here's an interesting trend we're seeing this year. Fans are actually more willing to pay to see the women's games.
I think it's been a special year for women's basketball.
So special, women's Final Four tickets are now selling for more than double what the men's cost. Logitix, a company that analyzes such prices, says women's tickets have averaged more than $2,300 the past couple of days. For the men's Final Four, that number is about $1,000. Ticket IQ says the most expensive seat to see the women this Friday runs more than $11,000.
The number one reason why women's college basketball has gotten so popular, it's Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark, University of Iowa.
She's Player of the Year after this ceremony.
Something I probably won't really wrap my head around until my career is all done.
And she holds the all-time scoring record for both men and women in the NCAA Division I.
Caitlin Clark is doing something that we have never seen before in the women's game, and she is shooting the ball from very far away.
Clark, facing off with LSU star Angel Reese, is bringing extra attention to the game. Ticket prices have been surging since Iowa beat Louisiana State Monday. Reese says she has her eye on the pros after declaring for the WNBA draft. Clark's got at least one more college game first, but someday.
If it's Steph versus Caitlin Clark, they might need to hold it in a football stadium.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And let's take a look outside on our Dust Devil Sky Cam in Pasco. Looking good. They're working on the field, getting that field ready for some great spring baseball on the way. 48 degrees. Our winds are light at 5 miles per hour. Our feels like temp is 46. It's cold out there. I was outside during the break. It's kind of chilly, so grab your coat tonight. In fact, look at these temperatures already down to 36 degrees in Dayton. It's 48 Tri-Cities, 47 in Yakima, a chilly 36 in Cle Elum tonight. Very cold weather and active weather. We're seeing some showers. We've been seeing some snow showers in this southern portion of the Blue Mountains and even the Simcoe Highlands. They're going to continue to get snow in that region all night tonight. In fact, there's a winter storm warning for the Blues that's going to be in place till 11 a.m. on Saturday. We could pick up anywhere from 10 to 18 inches by Saturday. So very active weather. Any travel plans through there, you want to do trip check and check that road out. Here's the active weather. We continue to see more rain and more mountain snow. Look at Central Oregon, going to get a couple of inches in the lower elevations and more so at the top, tip top of the Cascades. We're going to see more mountain snow showers across our Cascades and Blues, and we'll continue to see the snowfall through Saturday. So things are going to start tapering off on Saturday. We'll take a look at our future cast tonight. Here's where the active weather is happening this evening. There's the snow showers. Here's some heavy rain. Walla Walla is going to stay wet most of the night, as well as Connell. Then we'll start to see those showers moving in overnight into the Tri-Cities, Hermiston, Pendleton area. As we get through, we could see some heavy showers as we get into our Friday morning, Bus stop going to be wet in Walla Walla. Heavier showers continue pretty much all day long tomorrow, so have your umbrella ready and definitely a coat, maybe a scarf and hat. It's not out of the question with these cold temperatures. Now Saturday, things start to change. We'll continue to see the snow showers in the Cascades, but we clear up through the Columbia Basin. We'll have some partly cloudy skies, but sun breaks as well. So things are going to start looking better and warming up. Now, how much rain are we going to accumulate through Saturday? Looks like about a ½ inch for Tri-Cities, lighter amounts in the Yakima Valley, Kittitas Valley. But look at this, we're going to pick up quite a bit of rain here in Pendleton and Walla Walla, needed because if you remember our drought report, they're dry right now. Not in a drought, but dry as we head into the spring season. Scattered showers, mountain snow through the region overnight. Temperatures in the 30s, hitting 40 at Hanford, 39 Tri-Cities, 37 Walla Walla, 35 in Yakima. For tomorrow, it's going to be a wet, rainy day. Cool, breezy winds in the afternoon, especially down the Columbia River Gorge. Temperatures in the 40s and 50s, well below our average. Typically, we're in the low to mid 60s this time of year, so we are definitely below the average, especially in the foothills of the Blues, kind of chilly. Let's plan your day tomorrow. Look at these breezy winds in Yakima with temperatures warming up to 50 degrees by noon, 54, but you'll see those rain showers starting to taper off around 4 in the afternoon. It's going to be wet most of the day in the Tri-Cities with temperatures hitting 51 by 4. Light breezy winds through the region all day long. In Walla Walla, look for some breezy to gusty winds as well with those cooler temperatures. Look at the morning, 38 only making it up to 44 by 4 p.m. In Hermiston, you'll see those winds a bit gustier with temperatures only warming up to 49 degrees by 4 p.m. Rain showers are expected on and off throughout the day. Here's your 7-day planning forecast, those breezy winds through Saturday, but we gradually start to warm up as we head towards the big eclipse on Monday. And those 70-degree temperatures will be joining us again on Tuesday in the Columbia Basin, on Thursday in Yakima. Let's take a look at Walla Walla. Hermiston, going to be windy and breezy in that area, especially on Saturday. Look for strong gusty winds down the Columbia River Gorge. We should be able to see that little bit of eclipse, and we'll get more into that later in the show, but we'll see temperatures in the mid-60s and hitting those 70s Wednesday in Hermiston and by Thursday in Walla Walla. Austin, Alyssa.
All right, thank you very much, Stacey. Coming up next here on your News at 5, we're talking about how you can help the Benton Franklin Humane Society as they are bracing for a springtime surge.
KFC saucy nuggets are dripping. Choose from honey sriracha, Georgia Gold, Nashville hot, Korean barbecue, or sticky chicken. KFC saucy nuggets, 10 for $5.99.
Touch this drip, nah, touch this.
Right now, there's just so much happening in our world. So much at stake at the start of every morning.
Making sense of it all, that's not always so easy.
And that's where we come in.
Good Morning America. We want you to know every morning.
We're right here, and we got you.
From Apple Valley News Now, here's your 2-minute take.
Welcome to your 2-minute take. I'm Jason Valentine, coming to you from Lifetime Dental Care in Richland, and I have Dr. John Morgan with us. Doctor, how are you today?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I am fantastic as always when I'm here at Lifetime Dental Care.
We like to hear that.
We're talking about maybe a smile makeover. Some people may be thinking about some aesthetic changes. You have a lot of options with that, right?
We do. That's one of the beautiful things about Lifetime Dental Care is we have a diverse amount of providers. So
Sure.
I'm more of a restorative dentist. That's kind of more of my passion.
Mhm.
So one thing we can offer, though, for people that are looking for maybe change or smile, we can be as simple as whitening.
Right.
Or we can get as in-depth as like a full makeover. So whitening, veneers, sometimes tooth movement even. And so we have providers that can offer all of those different things.
Sure.
A case that I just recently finished up was fantastic. We had our Dr. Armani, our Invisalign provider, move the teeth, got them in position for me. I was able to go in, prep those teeth, and give this person a beautiful smile. It's very aesthetic.
And that's a key. You can plan ahead. Like there's
Exactly.
stages to do it. And you spoke about whitening. Technology for whitening has gotten much, much better, hasn't it?
Yeah, it works really well. It's very predictable, especially with the in-office options that we can offer.
Absolutely.
Very, very predictable for people. Yeah.
And a tenet of Lifetime Dental Care is you take the fear out of things. You try to make every customer comfortable. So if you're thinking about it but are a little afraid, this is the place to come, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
And
yep.
what is the difference between veneers and crowns?
Yeah, so veneers are basically that covers the surfaces that you can see. So they don't tend to wrap too much on the back of the tooth, so they're much more conservative. We can be very, very thin with veneers. Full crowns, they wrap the entire tooth. We have to be a little bit more aggressive with removal of the tooth structure itself.
Okay.
So veneers sometimes are a great option for people.
All right, doctor,
Yeah.
thank you so much. He knows what he's talking about. So does Lifetime Dental Care in Richland. I'm Jason Valentine for your 2-minute take.
2 family pets killed by sheriff's deputies.
They got out their AKs and proceeded to shoot. No one got hurt. The dogs didn't do anything.
Apple Valley News Now went looking for answers.
We prioritize human life over a dog.
Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
The Cantina Chicken Burrito isn't just for late night, because it keeps it light with slow-roasted shredded chicken and finely shredded purple cabbage in a freshly grilled tortilla that's not shredded. Introducing the new Cantina Chicken Burrito, only at Taco Bell.
Welcome back. Springtime means the Benton Franklin Humane Society is bracing for a burst of new kittens. BCHS says they'll have approximately 200 kittens that they'll take in from unplanned or unwanted litters or from kittens who have lost their mothers. Now, they're hosting a virtual kitten shower from tomorrow through Sunday in the hopes of collecting enough donations to take care of all those babies.
Hoping the community can help us prepare a little bit. They do put an extra strain on our resources. We do not receive any government tax dollars. We are only funded by our generous community, our generous donors. So we're just looking for supplies such as kitten food, heating pads, blankets, supplements, KMR milk replacement bottles, all the things that kittens need to make it into a healthy home.
Now, if you'd like to donate, you can leave donations in person at the center, or you can also check out their Amazon wish list and ship things. We have a link to that list on our website. Still ahead on Apple Valley News Now at 6, we're talking about a new rule for how the government manages people seeking asylum at the border. This as demand is now overwhelming agencies, even here in Washington. That's coming up at 6:30.
ET and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Dishwasher on the fritz. Laundry giving you fits. A water heater that quits. In a world without Culligan, hard water makes life harder. Get a Culligan softener, the world's best. Put your water worries to rest.
Native Americans serve in the military at a higher percentage than any other group. My name is Stephanie Stoops. I'm a Navy veteran. I'm enrolled in the Kalispel tribe. I always knew that I was depressed. Even the thought of opening up to anybody is so scary, but it's so necessary. Healing from traumatic experiences has allowed me to actually explore who am I, because I actually like me.
With Dish, get the same TV bill every month for 2 years.
Hello? God, I think someone's coming.
No price hikes, no surprises. Because surprising TV shows are great. Surprising TV bills, not great.
Let's get you some fresh water.
The 2-year TV price guarantee from Dish. Tuned in to you.
With our new grocery outlet app, you can see the store's inventory.
So you guys really have mangoes in stock?
Yep.
Huh. Well, what about frozen pizza?
Here they are.
Fresh salmon.
Too easy.
Coffee.
Yup.
See what's in stock. Download our app. Grocery Outlet Bargain Market.
What's up, guys? What I'm about to show you is going to change the way you shave your head forever.
You can shave your head in 90 seconds or less. With no cuts or nicks. It's 100% waterproof.
It even works in the shower.
Introducing Remington's Balder Boss. With increased flex and 5 dual-track floating head design, get over 60% more head coverage for a faster, closer shave and skin-close results.
No nicks, no scrapes. fit in the palm of my hand, and the results were amazing.
Shave in the shower or with any foam or gel. With Japanese grade steel blades, plow through the thickest of hair. Anytime, anywhere. There's even a pop-up trimmer to complete your perfect groove. Now, you can try the Remington Balder Boss in your home for 30 days for just $14.99. Complete with a 5-year limited warranty and 100% satisfaction guarantee. You can also get our ear, nose, and brow trimmer free. Just pay separate processing and handling.
Give it a try. You won't be disappointed.
Order your Balder Boss now.
Springtime in the Northwest, a great time to get outdoors. But a pop-up rain shower or blowing dust can change your plans.
No matter where you live in our part of the Northwest, trust Stacy Lee and Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather.
Always on your side.
Does your phone have the Apple Valley News Now app? With top local stories, First Alert Weather, and an easy way to enter our contests. Make Apple Valley News Now your go-to information app. Search and download on the App Store or Google Play.
A winter storm warning for parts of our area, and yes, it is still April.
Stacey Lee has the details coming up in your First Alert forecast. Plus, we are tracking the latest as the person accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students in a violent attack is now trying to move his trial. The news at 6:30 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
And we are going to start with that weather. Austin, you were telling us it was pretty rainy out towards Walla Walla today.
Yeah, I made the trip earlier, and I even hydroplaned once.
Got to be careful with that out here. Stacey, what are we looking at this evening?
That's what we're looking at, that heavy rain and heavy snow in the Blues, and we're seeing lots of showers on the other side of the Blues there, foothills like Walla Walla, Milton, Freewater, Pendleton. 10 to 18 inches possible through Saturday morning. So if you have to travel through that area, that I-84 corridor, you want to be safe. I've been tracking snow there all day. The roadway is clear. Visibility was a little dicey at times. So again, that will continue to brew overnight with more snow. Now, if you're heading out for the weekend on the roads, look for a wet weekend in Seattle. We'll see temperatures in the low 50s and the 40s overnight. If you're heading out to Portland over the weekend, it's going to be wet there as well with some thunder showers possible on Sunday, 50s and 40s for the lows. And if you're heading up towards the Spokane area this weekend, look for temperatures in the 50s. It's going to be wet there as well. Could even see a few snowflakes tomorrow, so be aware of that. 48 degrees, Legends Casino Sky Cam. Our sunset tonight at 7:30. The feels like temp is 46. It's chilly out there. Lots to break down in your First Alert full weather forecast. It's coming up. Austin, Alyssa.
All right, thank you, Stacey. Today, the man accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students in an off-campus home returned to court, this time asking a judge to move his trial away from the county where the killings happened.
ABC's Tim Pulliam has a look at the case, how the case got to this point and why it's taking so long.
A crucial hearing in the Idaho College murders case. His legal team arguing a hired consultant surveyed 400 local residents and discovered it would be impossible to find an unbiased jury.
The defense has been calling prospective jurors. This is not jury selection. We're not there yet, right? This is just reaching out to people in the community. They're trying to prove that the community has been so hopelessly biased that they need to move the case.
Prosecutors believe the defense violated the court's gag order with the surveys, and given the global exposure of the case, moving the trial would not make a difference.
I don't think there is a corner of this country where a person hasn't heard about Brian Kohberger and the quadruple murders in Idaho. But if you go to a larger pool of people, and I think this is where the defense's argument really have some merit, the larger pool of people has a greater chance of finding those people that they can find. The only question is, what county in Idaho can you do that? Because they're not going to be looking to a different state altogether.
Kohberger, a former PhD student at Washington State University, accused of breaking into the off-campus home in November of 2022 and stabbing 4 college students to death. The knife used in the murders has not been found. A judge entering a not guilty plea on his behalf.
Murders were a year and a half ago. Why is this taking so long?
Because look, it's a death penalty case, and the right to a speedy trial belongs to the defendant. So if the defendant decides, look, we want to take some more time here, I'm okay staying behind bars as we have more time to prepare our case, that will typically be allowed in a death penalty case. So not surprising if the case is taking a long time.
A trial date has not been set.
Kohberger's attorneys have said that he was not in the home during the time of the murders and was actually out driving alone that night. If convicted, he could face the death penalty. Tim Pulliam, ABC News, Los Angeles.
making national headlines today, President Biden spoke on the phone with Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, telling him Israel has to do more to protect civilians and aid workers or else risk losing American support. We're told Biden also pressed Netanyahu to agree to an immediate ceasefire.
He made clear that U.S. policy with respect to Gaza will be determined by our assessment of Israel's immediate action on these steps. He urged Prime Minister Netanyahu to empower his negotiators to conclude a deal without delay to bring the hostages home.
Now, some humanitarian aid organizations, including World Central Kitchen, which is the one that lost 7 aid workers in a strike this week, have now paused their operations in Gaza over safety concerns. Israel's defense minister called the airstrike that killed those aid workers a grave mistake, although the founder of World Central Kitchen is accusing Israel of deliberately targeting humanitarian aid vehicles. Overall, the Associated Press reports the military campaign in Gaza, which came after terrorists attacked communities in southern Israel, is one of the deadliest and most destructive in recent history.
Here in the U.S., a federal judge has ruled that the government needs to step in and make sure that children aren't living in migrant camps in the California desert. Thousands of asylum seekers are living in camps near the border. A federal judge says since Customs and Border Patrol regularly patrols the camps, the government is effectively in charge and needs to provide safe and sanitary facilities. But migrant camps are not just a Texas or California concern.
That's right. One camp sprang up in a Seattle neighborhood this week, with the people living there telling Sebastian Robertson they don't know where to go.
Linda Karen never thought she'd leave Venezuela, let alone come to Washington State. It's no secret that our country is in crisis right now. So we left our country to find a better life. This recent move to a tent outside the Garfield Community Center was the latest in a decision she says she had no say over. She's now among this group of 140 people that include children, many who are seeking asylum in the U.S. They were staying in a King County subsidized motel in Kent, had been since January of this year, but say they were forced to move out when the funding ran out. So right now we're asking the government to help us. Don't close the door on us. The Venezuelan is a worker. There are competent men here who know how to work, women here who can work hard. The city of Seattle is now scrambling to find a solution. In the meantime, they've opened the seasonal bathrooms weeks ahead of schedule, have parks crews on site monitoring the situation, and say they're turning to the state for guidance on both shelter options and funding, citing a newly passed $30 million package of legislation for migrants and asylum seekers statewide.
When we come to the streets because we don't have anywhere to go, we have the city of Seattle telling us that we cannot be here. So I want to ask people, where do we go? Where do the families go?
A question that, at least for now, no one seems to have an answer to. When we get our permissions to work, we're going to work because we're fighters.
That was Sebastian Robertson reporting. Now, officials say someone donated enough money to move that entire group to a hotel for about 10 days, but it's still unclear what will happen after that. Today, Vice President Kamala Harris visited North Carolina to announce $20 billion in clean energy funds.
So the Biden administration says the money will go towards tens of thousands of projects all across the country. The administration estimates 70% of the investments will go to low-income communities. The funding is part of the total $27 billion Greenhouse Gas Reduction Fund, which was created by the Inflation Reduction Act. But this comes as Ford now says it is delaying production of 2 all-electric vehicles. A large all-electric SUV with 3 rows is being pushed to 2027, and an all-electric pickup truck is being delayed until 2026. Instead, Ford will focus on hybrid versions of all of its North American vehicles by the year 2030. The move comes as the entire auto industry rethinks plans for those EVs.
Well, it's not just about cars and trucks. The FAA just signed off on letting JetZero test out their new commercial aircraft. Looks a little different than the planes we're used to seeing around here. This is called a blended wing body. JetZero says the plane has 50% lower fuel burn and emissions, and they're hoping to have them in service by 2030. Air travelers right now could face some serious delays. We're seeing severe weather on the East Coast and a lot of people trying to travel for the eclipse.
Yeah, that's coming right up. Stacy has been telling us there is a winter storm warning for parts of our region tonight. She's got the details. Still ahead in your full First Alert weather forecast. The area's only local news at 6:30 is back right after this.
Springtime and the awesome Palouse. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6.
I'm a martial artist, a skydiver, a pilot, and all of them require your feet to work. Get up in the morning and it felt like I was standing on marbles on my heel. When I went into the Good Feet store, the fitting was personalized. It was all about me. You put in the arch supports and your day becomes better and the sun shines, the unicorns run by, and it's a good life. I'm Randy and that's my Good Feet story.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
A semi-truck accident can shatter your life. At Tamaki Law, we put your life back together.
If you've been hit by a semi-truck, call Tamaki Law. We understand the complex rules and regulations of the trucking industry. Dealing with big rig insurance companies requires a knowledgeable legal team, one who fights for compensation and justice that you deserve.
If you've been seriously injured, call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
You rip and tear your old statements and bills and simply toss those old bottles of pills. But thieves use this information to steal your identity. Don't be a victim. Get the ID Police, the new ink roller that encrypts all your old documents. So before you throw it out, just roll it on and your information is gone. Look, an identity thief can use simple information to get access to your credit card. Then you're responsible for the bills. But ID Police permanently prints a unique encryption graphic that makes it impossible to read through, both on the front and through the back, even if the paper is held up to the light. And it works on all forms of paper, matte or glossy. Paper shredders are slow and always jam. But roll with ID Police and you're in control. Watch again. Here's a bank statement with your name and account number. Now, one easy roll and all your personal information is blocked. Name and address? Blocked. Credit card number? Blocked. Phone, electricity, and gas bill? Now they're all safe to toss in the trash. So relax. Even your medical information is safe with the ID Police. And those applications or pre-approved checks make you vulnerable too. So block it out before you throw it out and thwart any thief with the ID Police. Order now and get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 and get free shipping too. That's right, free shipping. This offer is not available on Amazon, but it is available online or on the phone. So call or click now to get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 with free shipping. Take control with ID Police on patrol. Order now.
Call 1-800-803-1624. That's 1-800-803-1624 or visit getidpolice.com. So call 1-800-803-1624 now.
Does your phone have the Apple Valley News Now app? With top local stories, first alert weather, and an easy way to enter our contests. Make Apple Valley News Now your go-to information app. Search and download on the App Store or Google Play.
Well, check this out. A tanker truck carrying more than 100,000 salmon smolts crashed last Friday. You can see it ended up on its hood there. It was on its way from a fish hatchery in the Blues to the Imnaha River, where the fish were supposed to be released. The Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife says the driver lost control going around a sharp turn. The driver's okay, and actually, because of where this crash happened, about 3/4 of the smolts actually ended up in Looking Glass Creek, which they can follow down to the Grand Ronde River and continue on with their lives.
I guess that was a good place to
kind of almost happy ending there.
Yeah.
Difference in salmon populations though next year.
I know. Yeah, right. We'll see what happens there.
Now the countdown is on to the solar eclipse. A lot of people making special trips to make sure they get a good view.
Yeah, this is going to be a big one for scientists. And Michael Yoshida reports what they learn could have a big impact on our lives in the future.
As millions watch the moon block out the sun, scientists across the globe will be keeping a close watch too. This eclipse allowing researchers to study the outer edges of the sun in a way they normally can't.
If you talk to the science community about this, they call the moon the perfect coronagraph because it blocks out most of the sun in just a way that allows us to look at the corona.
That's the outer atmosphere of the sun, a place scientists still have many questions about. It's where solar winds and storms come from, which when aimed at Earth can affect our upper atmosphere.
Sometimes in great ways like the northern lights, and sometimes in not so great ways like disrupting communications.
NASA will be using sounding rockets and high-altitude planes to try and better understand this solar activity. In the past, GPS, electrical grids, satellites, and more have been impacted by solar storms.
The sun's activity is ramping up.
Peter Becker, a George Mason University professor, is working with the Navy and Department of Defense to better understand how solar activities impact systems on Earth, including the internet. He says a lot of infrastructure needs to be improved to prevent what he calls an internet apocalypse.
If you take the internet down, even for a day, I think the estimates are like about $10 billion of economic damage per day in the U.S. alone.
I'm Michael Yoshida reporting.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And I know some people heading east to catch that eclipse. Let's see what we're going to be able to see actually in the Pacific Northwest. Now, we're not in the path of the totality, but if we move further to the north where we're going to be, we'll have about 20 to 30% of coverage. So you will be able to see it somewhat. It won't be like the one back in 2017. So some tips and things to remember. This is a partial solar eclipse for our area. You still need eclipse glasses, even if you're checking that out in our region. Next eclipse in the lower 48, 2044. NASA is going to have a live stream, and we're going to get some photos of some of our cameras around the country to show you on Monday. 48 degrees on our Legends Casino Skycam. Winds are 5 miles per hour. Our feels like temp is 46. Pretty chilly out there. Cloud cover is all over our area. We haven't been seeing any rain showers in the last couple hours, but those are going to be coming guaranteed tonight. Here we go. 30s and 40s right now on the foothills of the Blues. We've got 49 at Hanford, 47 in Prosser, 46 in Yakima. Look at that, 35 right now in Cle Elum. Remember, just a few days ago, we hit 80 degrees. All right, here's the active weather, mainly in the foothills of the Blues. There's some rain falling in Dayton and snow showers here in the Blue Mountains, and also the Blues, the southern Blues there in Oregon. So we'll continue to see that active weather. Winter storm warning in place until 11 o'clock on Saturday. Heavy snow possible in the areas in pink here along that I-84 corridor. We could see anywhere from 10 to 18 inches. That's quite a bit of snow for this time of year. Let's take a look at our futurecast, our weather pattern. We're going to see more rain and mountain snow here. Central Oregon going to get blasted with tons of snow, even in the lower elevations. Rain showers through our region, lighter snow across the Cascades. You will encounter light snow throughout the weekend across Snoqualmie Pass. Shouldn't impact travel, just be aware of that. More snow on the way Saturday, but those showers will start decreasing in our area. Here's what it's looking like tonight. Here's the snow. There's the rain. It's kind of swirling around like we talked about yesterday. Heavy showers out this way. We'll see those rain showers in Connell. Tomorrow morning, we're still overnight here, 2 a.m. You'll see those rain showers continuing, but get ready for a wet morning at the bus stop. The snow will get even heavier tomorrow down through Heppner, across I-84. Foothills of the Blues. The rain continues all day long for the Tri-Cities, Walla Walla, Lower Valley, even some stray showers going through the Yakima area. Here's more snow on Saturday across the Cascades, that I-90 stretch, and we'll start to clear out, but clouds will form later in the day. So look for a few sun breaks on Saturday with slightly warmer temperatures. Here's how much rain we're looking at collecting by Saturday. Look at that, 1.5 inches, Walla Walla and Pendleton, nearly 1 inch in Dayton, 1/2 inch for Tri-Cities, much lighter for the rest of the region. So good news is we need the rain. April showers bring those Mayflowers. Scattered showers and mountain snow through the area tonight. Temperatures in the 30s for most of our region. Tomorrow, look for more rain all day long, plus breezy winds, especially along the Columbia River Gorge, Hermiston area. It's going to start to get breezy and windy there by Saturday. So here's what it looks like through Yakima through the week. Moving back, we'll have those 70s returning later in the week. Overnight lows pretty chilly though. Saturday and Sunday getting down to the freezing level. Tri-Cities, we're going to be in the 50s moving into the 60s for the weekend. Back to the 70s by Tuesday. Don't forget about the big eclipse. That is on Monday. 46, 50s, chilly in Walla Walla. Temperatures staying above freezing overnight, and those 70-degree temperatures return on Thursday. And here's a quick look at Hermiston. We're going to see those breezy and really gusty winds more so on Saturday than Friday, but breezy tomorrow. Temperatures back to the 70s by Wednesday. So overall, very active weather in the region. Check the past reports, especially if you're going over Snoqualmie or down I-84 towards La Grande area for the next couple of days. Austin, Alyssa.
Thanks, Stacey. Tonight, a very hopeful sign for people who are waiting on an organ transplant.
Yes, a man who recently got a very unusual type of transplant is already out of the hospital. Details when we come back.
Race towards big wins at Wild Horse Resort and Casino during the $125,000 Derby Dash for cash and prizes. The track comes alive with over $13,000 in cash and prizes every Friday and Saturday. Pick your lucky horse, jockey your way to victory, and ride away with up to $700 cash. Then join us Saturday, April 27 for a $15,000 grand prize. 3 winners will race towards the finish line, and the winner takes home $10,000 cash. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. More winners, more often.
Upgrade your kitchen with Frigidaire Professional, offering powerful performance and professional-grade design. The front control gas range provides the ultimate flexibility for making your favorite meals. Sear and saute with precision, and flip pancakes on the griddle for golden results. And thanks to our smudge-proof stainless steel, spend less time cleaning while keeping your kitchen looking spotless.
You won't find Frigidaire Pro at the box stores, but it's on sale at Fred's. Fred's Appliance. We want to be your choice.
Your best days of the year start here at Kubota Orange Days. It's the year's biggest selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. Plus, get 0 down and 0% APR for 84 months or up to $2,800 off select Kubota tractors. Orange goes all day. Sales ending soon. Visit your local dealer today.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
Want to drive?
Really?
Most of us agree our roads are safer when we put away our phones. But we still have some people to reach. So spread the message. And set the example. Because that's how we make the road a safer place for you and your loved ones. Together, we get there.
Danny was rear-ended by a semi-truck. Serious injuries.
Mariano's reputation and experience gave him an advantage over the insurance company.
Daniel got paid a lot.
He lives up to his reputation, which is somebody who gets results.
Call 853-2222.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I?
Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under-eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shell clay. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms. Take action with our Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. Try it today for only $14.95, plus get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
2 family pets killed by sheriff's deputies.
They got out their AKs and proceeded to shoot. No one got hurt. The dogs didn't do anything.
Apple Valley News Now went looking for answers.
We prioritize human life over a dog.
Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
All right, welcome back. Listen to this. A 62-year-old man who's the first living patient to get a kidney transplant from a pig has now recovered enough to leave the hospital and head home.
It's been a little more than 2 weeks since doctors at Massachusetts General Hospital in Boston transplanted this genetically modified pig kidney into Rick Slayman. Now, still early days, there's no telling how long that organ will keep working or whether his body will eventually reject it.
The opportunity for future transplantation could save a lot of lives. I think the 2 things will be monitoring for complications related to immunosuppression to suppress the immune system from rejection. But with that, they've got to watch for the complications, which are really infections and malignancies post-transplant.
As for Rick, he says for now he's enjoying one of the cleanest bills of health he's had in a long time.
Very good. All right, Stacey's back with a final look at your forecast when we come back.
Okay.
Coming up tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest, we'll have everything you need to know about the Apple Cup at the Tri-Cities Raceway on Saturday, plus a breakdown on the total solar eclipse, and Riley Fitzgerald lets you know how your weekend weather is shaping up. We hope to see you here Friday morning.
Life can be hard. With Culligan, your water doesn't have to be.
Stan's gonna ride the Nebula Drop Tower.
Finally! I'm ready to ascend to the clouds, to go where no dino has gone before. Goodbye, Earth. Hi, Alice!
Whoa! He doesn't know it comes back down?
Apparently not. I'll let you know when I hit orbit. Drop tower, I get it.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
You thought it would bust through the ceiling?
You came through a portal from another dimension. Weird stuff happens.
So, all of us are here to talk about trading. Right now at US Cellular, you can get a new phone without having to trade in your old one.
Trade you my PB&J for that phone.
No, kid, you don't have to trade. See? $830 off any phone at US Cellular. No trade-in needed.
You drive a hard bargain. Boom. Chocolate milk.
You don't have to trade. I'll take the chocolate milk.
Okay.
Get $830 off any phone. No trade-in needed. US Cellular. Built for us.
I'm loving the pizza. Loving the pizza. Tony's Big Cheese Pizza. Loving the pizza. I've been loving the pizza. Tony's Big Cheese Pizza. And Yakima's home.
Mom, let's order a large Mexicana pizza. Your Tony Big Cheese Pizza.
Good idea. I'll order it now. Tony's lets me order online or by phone.
When you want lunch or dinner the delicious, easy way, come to Yakima's Hometown Pizzeria.
We can't wait to see you at Tony's Big Cheese Pizza in the Safeway Plaza at 24th and Nob Hill.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brux Night Guard. Now the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to bruxnightguard.com and order yours today.
If you're a high school senior, listen up. This message is for you. A college education is expensive. The Molly Davis Scholarship Program can help with up to $7,500 per year. It's easy to apply. Just go to yakimarotarytrust.org and click on the Molly Davis Scholarship tab. Hundreds of Yakima County residents have achieved the dream of a higher education thanks to the Molly Davis Scholarship Program.
Applications end May 1st, so apply today.
Hello there. Watch live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back. It's my favorite time of the night. We get to look at our viewer photo of the day.
That's right. Photo of the day. It's a good one. Take a look at your screen from Jeannie Harp. Sunset at Perch Point. That's near Moses Lake. Great photo, Jeannie. And do what Jeannie did. Just to go up with your phone and click that QR code on the right side of your screen. It'll take you right to where you can submit your weather photo. If you don't want to do that, go to applevalleynewsnow.com, click on the weather tab, and that will take you also to the same page. Plus, you can see all of our viewer photos in our photo album there. So pretty cool. There's some great photos there, so head on in.
Maybe a good way to spend some time while it's a little gloomy outside.
That's right. You can still get great weather photos, and you know, they don't always have to be right here. They could be your vacation photos. I like those too, so makes me think of vacation. All right, let's take a quick look at your day for tomorrow. It's going to be wet. You're going to need the umbrella, going to need the coat. Might even need some gloves in the morning. It's kind of chilly out there, and it's going to stay wet and rainy throughout the day. Quick peek at our 7-day planning forecast. We've got breezy winds coming through the area, but I'm looking to the sunny side after the eclipse on Monday, back to 70s. So we'll be happy. It'll be feeling much more like spring there. Let's take a peek at Walla Walla and Hermiston. Going to see some breezy, gusty winds, but temperatures hitting the 70s by mid next week. So not a bad forecast overall. Just got to get through the next couple days.
Got to get through that weekend.
That's right.
Thanks, Stacey. And thank you so much for watching. You can always find the latest on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com.
Hoping your news is good news. Have a great rest of your evening.
Good night.